All right. Well, speaking of not living anymore, obviously it's the children of Lori Vallow.
Jesus Christ.
This woman.
That's your segue?
I have to find segues, buddy. We're professionals. We have to find segues to the next story. We don't have the luxury of a commercial that goes right here.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Okay. Lori Vallow. She's been sentenced to life without parole.
Well,
but I know that you want to play some sound. I'm going to say she doesn't seem as if she is particularly concerned.
For those of first of all, I love getting the mail, right? I got a bunch of emails of people showing the article about Lori Vallow Daybell. I'm sorry, I will include. Oh, she's still not divorced. She's still not divorced.
Still not divorced.
No, she's standing strong until she flips when it comes to Chad Daybell's trial. But there's so many people who they're labeling her. The way they label her is so funny because they don't say like defunct cult leader or child murderer. They just always say Idaho mom.
Idaho mom, which I'm sorry, and I don't want to.
You lose that. If you kill your kids, you're not a mom anymore.
You're not a mom. You're an Idaho murderer.
Former mother,
maybe
Lori Vallow Daybell.
Cult leader's wife or cult leader herself.
She was the
demon hunter.
She was
maybe
demon
just call
hunter.
her demon hunter.
Demon hunter Lori Vallow Daybell has finally been sentenced to 3 consecutive life terms in jail without the chance of parole for the murders of her 2 kids,
Joshua and Tyler,
and also for she got lumped in with Chad Daybell's wife as well, Tammy Daybell.
Well, this right now is just for life without parole for the killing of the 2 children.
Yes.
So perhaps she'll have another day in court.
Well,
the judge had previously granted a motion by the defense to dismiss the death penalty. So that's why there's no death penalty.
That's why it's conspiracy to commit is what she got. Now, basically saying that she was there and she helped.
But I'm just saying the reason she didn't get the death penalty is because the defense was like, "Don't kill her," and the judge was like, "Okay."
Well, because I do think it's a much worse punishment for her to sit there and take it and understand that she's not a prophet.
I actually disagree with you on this one because the death row, first of all, it takes 20 years, and she's going to appeal. She's going to do great in prison.
I know. I'm anti-death penalty. I'm fully anti-death penalty.
I'm just saying she is going to do great in prison because I can already see her with the crayon makeup. She is a cult leader. She is going to. First of all, she's quite attractive. I don't know if prison is going to be that hard for her.
I have a feeling that due to her stasis, her type of crime, and what she's like, that she's actually going to get bullied quite a bit, and she's going to end up being isolated because of her closing statement. So, as you may or may not know, when you go through these trials, obviously at the very end, they give you one last opportunity to
say sorry.
Most cases, the whole point is for you to speak your final word uninterrupted. Tell everybody, hopefully, how sorry you are.
Yes, hopefully.
So we can move past all this. Remember when BTK, when he just rambled for hours and they just let him talk and spill all of his guts? But on some level...
Didn't he mention victims' names and just be like, but she had a beautiful smile?
But at least they got some closure. They got to hear the story. They at least got to hear the final stories of these people. I don't know. I feel like closure is overrated, but I do think that when you get these types of stories, because then you hear these horrible details that maybe might hurt too much to know, but I don't know. I feel like that's a very controversial statement. But Lori Vallow Daybell, she did not take that opportunity.
No, she did.
If you want to hear this statement, so we're going to start a little bit of this statement that she said, this is her finally talking.
Yes, let's play this, but just 1 second, because I also want to say, again, life without parole. And one of the reasons is that the defense says it's because she lived a law-abiding life before this. She didn't.
These are just Idaho people.
Also, it's just like, but then it was the murders. It's like before the murders.
Yeah, before she killed anybody. Before she systematically was involved in a murder cult, she didn't do anything else.
Yeah, but then that doesn't,
I don't know.
Most BTK also before the murders was law-abiding.
I actually do think, not for a long time.
Not for a while. He was more of a murderer than that.
He did a lot of weird shit. But, truly, I think that there were parameters. Because you know how courts have parameters for, when the judge read his statement after her statement, they do have, checklists of what are supposed to be activated to go for a death penalty conviction. Sure. So sometimes what they can do is, that's one of the boxes that must be checked. Live the felonious life. Because you're trying to set up
she never stole a car before.
Yes, we basically have to kill this person, is what they're trying to say. Right. Is that you get to eliminate them from the deck. But honestly, at least she's out of there. Yes. I just think that someone else is going to take care of it for us at some point.
Well,
now let's so hear this statement from Lori Vallow Daybell. going down swinging.
Ugh.
Sorry, it's good right there.
To start by quoting John from the New Testament in the Bible. In John chapter 8, verse 7, Jesus says, "He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her."
That's not what this is about.
Then in verse 15, Jesus says, "Ye judge after the flesh. I judge no man. And yet if I judge, my judgment is true."
You watch the judge's eyes just roll as she says,
I know. I'm
Jesus
surprised he lets her
knows
continue.
Me. And Jesus understands me. I mourn with all of you who mourn.
Unbelievable.
My children and Tammy. Jesus Christ knows the truth of what happened here. Jesus Christ knows that no one was murdered in this case.
Roll, eye roll.
Accidental deaths happen. Suicides happen. Fatal side effects from medications happen. I have a different perspective in life because in 2002, when I was pregnant with Tylee, I died in the hospital.
All right, that's enough.
Right.
No, but she does go on
Anyway.
and say this wackadoo story that we've never heard yet.
That she
Was that
died during childbirth?
She had a near-death experience, according to her, and then she met Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ told her this whole story and that your children are going to become demons, which I do find interesting, is that she breaks her own reality.
Right, because I thought that
JJ and Tylee had become zombies, these like demon-type characters within their like their sci-fi world that they were building,
Yeah,
right?
her and Chad,
And so
yeah.
to her, she wasn't killing her children, she was killing already dead zombies. So instead of, I actually would have,
oh God.
in many ways, if I thought, I would feel different if she took the stand and she was like, "I killed them devils for you, I killed them devils." Then I'd at least be like, well, you know, she's feeling it. She's obviously very passionate.
Yeah.
But now she's doing the shuffle back, shuffle. When she's trying to figure out, saying all this stuff about how I love my kids too. I didn't really kill them. I just helped them transition. They're actually super happy in heaven. I can't wait to go.
They're all
And
growing up in heaven.
Yeah, she's full of shit. She's just absolutely full of shit. And then at least the judge's statement is so nice. Because basically the judge says, I'm not going to make you listen to it because, again, it's a judge who's very boring. But what he does say is
Part
like,
of the job responsibility to be born.
yeah, I know, which I guess I appreciate. I don't need
Kind
an
of.
exciting judge. It's like I don't like a funny dentist.
Did you see that one judge who was there was a trial for a 2-year-old that was murdered and she was just on Facebook the whole
Yes,
time?
I saw.
Get off of Facebook. would you?
Yeah, I feel like this is not really the time or the place to want to check in on
Your memes.
your memes.
Your memes. The walls are closing in.
They're closing in. But this judge actually goes out and says, he's like, he did his best to remain impartial. He's like, I did not get into any of the evidence. I did not read anything about this case because I wanted to be impartial to this because I knew how heavy this was going into this. He's like, I was just as the jury, educated and illuminated just as they went. And basically he's like, you're a fucking murderer. You did all
Yeah.
of this. Because I forgot Lori Vallow had put in a request the day that they were going to show the remains of JJ and Tylee.
Oh.
She put a request being like, I don't want to be there for this. And he denied it. And he's
Yeah,
like, no,
no,
your
you're
fucking
gonna be
ass is
there.
going to
Yeah.
be there. You're going to watch this. And so
In the animal graveyard.
yeah, and he was saying in this, he's like, that's when he knew. He was like watching the jurors' faces all like drop,
Ugh.
like looking up the remains of these kids. And he was basically saying the trauma that you put you put the police officers through, the EMTs through, us. We all had to deal with all
the
this stuff.
jury on this one, you got to go to counseling after a trial like this.
Yes.
That's for damn sure. Also, this isn't even anything to do yet with the ex-husband, correct?
Not yet. We're going
So
to get
she's
to
gonna
him.
she's gonna be on trial perhaps a few more times.
Oh,
even.
yes. Yeah, we're going to get to him.
Anyway, well,
no,
that's-
she won't be back. I believe
won't
she's
be?
recused.
Okay, well, either way, that is for now. Obviously, Chad Daybell's trial is yet to come,
And she's going to
but
appeal.
that
We
is-
haven't heard the end of Lori Vallow yet because she's going to
We
do an
haven't.
appeal.
But this is a big step in closure for this case. The Lori Vallow Daybell case. She's officially sentenced to life without parole. And again, it'll be a fascinating
Jacked up.
experience. And I guarantee, to your point, Henry, she's going to give some interviews every now and again. And I don't want to make this woman any more of a celebrity than she's already become. And
Don't
I
worry.
guarantee you, that she gets fan mail.
Well,
I am sure
there's
going to
be a movie.
There's going to be a Manson life.
There's going to be a movie. There's going to be a television show. There's going to be a bunch of documentaries.
Well, I hope she does.
A bunch of people are going to make money on her story. It's going to. Don't worry. We will be seeing Lori Vallow a lot.